Hello, this training video will cover how to close a purchase order in the Redesign software. Currently, there are three different ways to close purchase orders in the Redesign. The first method to close one we will cover is for a purchase order that has never been invoiced. Once you're signed into the application, go to the transaction menu and choose purchase order. Then filter and find the purchase orders or purchase order in question. Click on the eyeball or view button, then click amend. Scroll down to the line items or line item, and then click on the X on the left side. This is to cancel the item on a specific date. The date needs to be in a open posting period, and it needs to be the date of the purchase order or after. In this example, the purchase order was created on 10/30/2021, and only October is open currently. So the only two dates available are the 30th and the 31st. You can choose the date from the calendar, or you can manually type it in. Once the date is entered, click OK. You will see a straight through all of the line items. The totaled cancel field will be updated. The total remaining encumbrance will not change until you click Save. Once you click Save, the total remaining encumbrance has decreased to 0. The invoiceable flag is no longer checked, meaning that this purchase order is no longer invoiceable and is therefore closed. If you have invoices against a purchase order that were only partial and are in an open posting period, you can go to the transaction menu and choose AP invoice. Enter the invoice number in question. This will display every invoice against that purchase order. You will want to select the most current one. In this example, we only have one invoice against the purchase order. Click on the view or eyeball button. On the right side, under items, this action will make the invoice full. Currently, it is in a partial state. Click the full button. That'll update the invoice along with this line item on the purchase order. The inverse can also be done here. If we close that and then go back to transaction purchase order, and if we filter for our purchase order in question, we can see now that it is no longer invoiceable. The purchase order has been closed. If you have a purchase order that has invoices posted against it, but are in a closed posting period, and you do not want to reopen that posting period, and we can verify this by going to Transactions, AP Invoices, then searching for our PO. One second. We can look at this invoice against purchase order 778879. We can see that it is a partial, but it is dated in September. When we try to click the full button, we're going to receive an error. It's unable to update. September is closed. In this case, we do not want to reopen September. So what we can do to close this purchase order is to create a new invoice. Enter an invoice as you normally would. Select the line or lines and click Cancel. That is going to put in the remaining amount to be paid, and it's going to cancel full on this invoice. Click Save. Please note, you do need to choose a date that is open for the posting period, or else you will receive an error like this. So we'll change the date to October 31st. We'll click Save. this will have closed the purchase order. We can verify this by going back to transaction, purchase order, and searching for our purchase order. We can see that it is no longer invoiceable. Those are the three methods currently for closing purchase orders in the redesign. If you have any issues, please contact fstaff at OME-RESA. Thank you.